The stunned hero and the assassin princesses, chat. You remember last episode of Anime with Candy? That's me. Remember last episode where we were talking about how the trope of the main character is can't handle being around ladies? Yeah, they kind of took this. However, not just ladies. He can't handle being around anybody. And it just so happens that the ones who want to be a part of his party are two ladies and a girl who wants to kill him. Let's take a look at this, chat. I want to take a look at this. I most likely will not be following up with this particular anime, but I did watch the first episode. I did. I think the only thing that would make me want to watch the rest of it is if it was in dub and I would just listening to it, right, chat? But also, let me go on record. The only princess a part of this party is this one. She's the only princess. Like, she's literally a princess. She's like the princess to the Demon King or something like that. And of course, he wants him dead, the hero dead, because he's the hero. Pretty straightforward, chat. Then you have a lady who's we'll get into that. So the only one who's a part of it, who's a princess, is this girl. Then you have this one, who is not necessarily a what was it? What would you call that? A cleric or something like that? Not necessarily a cleric. And this one right here isn't necessarily. They're all like shady, except for the girl. The girl is pretty straightforward, right? She's what you would call a succubus, but she's not. She's just a she's you know what? She's just a ditty. That's literally that's the easiest way I can explain to you what she is. She works at a brothel. She's like the head mistress there, and she just does ditty stuff. And apparently she's like, you know what? I really need someone who's powerful to, kiss my boot, kind of thing. And I'm trying to be very, you know what I mean, chat. You know what I'm trying to say. She's a freak. Yeah, I don't like her. She's probably my least favorite. No, I don't. No, thank you. I'm good. And then you have probably my most favorite character of this one, where she uses a sniper rifle. She's an assassin, right? There's only two of these ladies who want to kill, two of the characters who want to kill the main character. Which, in all honesty, in this particular anime, he might be the main character, but he isn't. He's powerful, but he's always in the background kind of type. They really took the three characters I just showed you, and then kind of put them at the front of everything, chat. And I find that like a very interesting dynamic, because the main character, he can't talk around anybody else. He mumbles. He's like too shy, not because that they're a girl, but because he's that type. Is that a trope, chat? Shy characters, or that's just a because I remember we talked about this, where there's only so many different types of personalities out there in the world. But in anime, what you will see is that they will take that personality or take that trait and amplify it over everything else. There is one that is overtly shy. Overtly? That's probably a word. Yeah. I'm a patent that, so don't use it. Overtly shy. And then there's like egotistical or self-centered. And they take that aspect and then just overdo it to 100%. It's like they took the slider from, for all of you Fallout players, it's like they just took a slider, or any MMO really. They took a slider and just cranked it all the way to the top and put none of the stats or attribute points into anything else. That's how you make your character. Someone who's overtly happy, or someone who's overtly sad, or someone who's overtly depressed. Is depression and sad the same thing? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say, chat. Or angry, overtly angry. Like My Hero Academia. All the characters in that, their emotions, they are primarily one emotion. Every now and again, they're all happy, but for the most part, they have their own maxed out emotion stat that makes their character. Yeah. Why did I bring that up? I forgot. Maybe when I rewatch it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Candy, yeah. That does make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. So they end up fighting over him to see who gets to kill him. Now, here's the thing. she doesn't even want to kill him. This one right here, she doesn't even want to kill him at all. But how they word it is so very weird. First off, she's the only princess. Secondly, she like these two are the only ones that really wants to kill him. She just want him to submit to her, right? Yeah, it's they got something here for the anime, but it's like worded weirdly. It's written weird. Yeah, not necessarily the like because I saw some of the action in the first episode, and I kind of liked it. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I like the action in this episode more than I like in the action in Solo Leveling. Yes. Now those aren't shots fired, right? It's just what is it? No, hold on. I wouldn't say all of Solo Leveling, but I can say most, because Solo Leveling got some really nice action. They put in a lot of work into that. In fact, I do think Solo Leveling's action is way better than all of this. However, I prefer watching the action in this one than I do Solo Leveling. It's like orange juice is better than water, right, chat? At least in terms of flavor. However, water is still healthier, if that makes any sense. Drinking just straight water. Would this be considered orange juice or water? I'm not sure. Tell me in the comments what I'm trying to say, because I don't know. I don't like action where I don't feel like I care if the main character or any of the characters die or not. Like, I want to like feel something, but when I watch Solo Leveling, I'm like, I'm not too concerned if anyone dies in this one. Like, I'm kind of, what's the word? I would call it deer in the headlighting right now. Like, I'm a deer in the headlights of this anime. Everything is all flashy, what have you. Now, if I was watching something like Frieren and someone dies, then I'm concerned. Will someone die? Probably not. But, you know, knowing that anime, you never know. If they killed off the second main character in that anime, at halftime of at the middle of the season, of the first season, I wouldn't be shocked, but I would also be shocked at the same time. I'm like, dang, just like that? Is she gonna come back as a zombie or something? Jeez, that kind of thing. Now, why did I bring that up? I don't know. Let's move on. I'm getting sidetracked, chat. Like I said before, she is the actual princess, while he is that's the demon king. I'm more interested in what's going on in her life, because she's been apparently trapped in the castle, in the palace, for a very long time. But she's given but finally she's given the freedom to go out into the human world, as long as she's like working on, you know, taking out the main character. I'm more invested about what's going on, like, with her, and, like, you know, her being like the demon princess, because I think that's a little bit more fun. Yeah, hope they dive into that, and I think that one has way more substance than a Diddy character like her and an assassin right here. I'm far more invested in the demon aspect. See, that's what I told you. I didn't want to take any more screenshots of her, because she's a freak. She's a freak. Also, what makes her, so she's trying to make the main character, oh, there's the assassin. Don't smoke, people. Don't smoke. Yeah. Don't do whatever this is either. In fact, this is probably way more healthier than whatever this is. Yeah, that's a spinal problem. You can tell by the arch. Let's just get off of this. So, they do seem to get along very well, but I saw someone in the comments say something about they always have the chance to take out the main character, but they somehow always miss their opportunity for whatever reason. Now, if they keep doing something like that throughout their entire season, that'd be kind of annoying, but it is still, you know, stay true to what their goal is, but it would be kind of annoying. Now, here's the thing. If the writer somehow gathers up the courage to take somebody out permanently, either they succeed in taking out the hero, or the hero, you know, takes these guys out and destroys them, that would be an interesting end. He probably won't do that. What's probably going to happen is okay, like, everybody becomes friends kind of thing. That's probably what's going to happen. That's a little bit of the air that I'm getting with this type of anime. Oh man, I know people from that there's some anime out there. I forgot what it was called, where the animation isn't that good, and people were saying it was just a slideshow. Compared to an anime like this, where you have crazy booba and overtly shy main character, very is it stereotypical? No, very cliche kind of things going on in the anime. The beginning after the end is what it was called. That anime. Like people were so upset because the animation wasn't very good. The animation of this is way better, even though it's like chocked full of cliche, right? Where are people? Where are these animators? Like these creators getting their money for this, chat? How did this have more money to make an anime than the beginning after the end? I just don't understand, huh? Someone tell me in the comments, like, what's this all about? What is it all about, chat? So I ended up finishing the first episode. I probably won't be finishing the like going through with it because I don't want to. But even though one thing I did not see, even though they have like a lot of like chesticles going on, is that I don't really see fan service in this. Yeah, I don't really see too much fan service in this. You see more fan service in like high school animes, if I'm being honest, chat. But in this one, it's not. I just realized that. Yeah, they don't really have fan service in this one. At least I didn't see it in the first episode. Normally, you immediately see. Now you've seen like overtly over the top like that, right? But that was only like for like a few scenes, right? I wouldn't even call that fan service. That's just degeneracy, right? Like it helped like tell a point of what she is and why she does what she does, right? Not because she needs the money, it's because she just enjoys it. She's a freak. She's a ditty, right? But in terms of like anything else, no fan service, no like underwear shots, no crazy up close shots, and stuff like that. So I would give it a try, chat. If this is your cup of tea, if you don't mind the cliche. Me, I've probably just seen too many anime to really enjoy this one for what it is. I could, but I got other things I want to do, like play RimWorld. Yes, and get ready for the new live this week's live stream because we're playing Mafia. Anyway, chat, give this anime a try. I would repeat the name of it, but I can't remember what it's called. The Stun Hero and the Assassin Princesses. There it is. Anyway, I see you next time. Love you.